Well, on behalf of Quikr, I think it's time to say a warm welcome to everybody on this Hangout. It's technology the way we don't know it. And before I start, I'm going to throw one thing at you. We're talking about a format of the game. We had Test cricket, we had one-day cricket. But this, without a doubt, is the Quikr format of the game. And who better than the man who knows technology, one of the kings of Twitter himself, and of course, incidentally, captain of the Delhi Daredevils, who's quickly joined us. KP, Kevin, welcome to the show.
Fantastic to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Yes, Kevin knows a thing or two about technology, but this is something even more different. We've got all of you out there involved in this hangout, and I want to make sure we've got everyone sitting there all dressed differently. The wonderful thing about this particular format, as it were, is you don't know who's wearing something different. So as long as up to here, you're all well dressed, that's what matters. So warm welcome to everybody. Just a quick hi from all of you. Vinay, are you with us?
Hi, I'm here.
Yes, there you go, Vinay, all well dressed in red. Sarat, are you there?
Yes, hi.
Okay, everyone's trying to be extra keen to try and get your attention, KP there. Aditya, where are you?
Hi, I'm here.
Now this guy is almost as active, KP, as you are on Twitter. His handle is forward short leg, and is there a position you'd like to have fielded at?
I'm too tall for forward short leg, and it's too close to the bat. Thank you. No interest.
Yes, the real reason is it's too close to the bat. Got nothing to do with his height. That's how he gets away with it. But if you're captain, of course, that helps.
I think so. I haven't been captain all my life, but I've managed to avoid that position very luckily.
All right, we'll get more from KP in. Who else haven't we spoken to? Nishta, are you with us? The only lady in the panel.
Hi Gautam, hi KP.
Hiya.
Welcome, Nishta. Nivedit, where are you?
Hi Gautam, hi KP.
Hey, buddy.
And
Hi.
another familiar face, Kartik Kannan. Kartik, welcome.
Hi Gautam, hi KP, hi. Thanks a lot for inviting me on the show. Yeah.
You're welcome. Not sure we appreciate the yellow shirt, but nonetheless, we'll spare you for that one. Blue and red are the colors for this one, Kartik. Abhinandam, have I got your name right?
Abhinandan.
It's N as in, oh, it is Abhinandan.
Yep.
All right. We'll
Yeah,
keep
I got
that in
it.
mind.
I
And
keep it.
Rish to finish with.
Hi guys, how are you guys doing?
All right, excellent.
Perfect.
But of
We're
course, KP's first up here, and recently you were on Quikr doing this fabulous commercial. We want you to tell us about it because we know that your theatrical skills are almost as good as your cricketing skills. Was it fun?
Of course it's fun. Yeah, you come here, part of the package is to shoot commercials, part of the package is to play cricket. It's been fun, it's really good, it's exciting, and it's always nice to shoot different campaigns. That Quikr campaign was fantastic. It was one of those where you went in, you got it done, and you left, which is just the way I like it. No time wasting.
And I know KP, and I have this on record because when KP finished up with the shoot, and everybody else, of course, did their bit. Not that they're bad at it, but he was the one who went and actually told these guys that I'm quicker than anybody else at shooting commercials.
Well, yeah.
Or at least that one.
There's no time to waste. You gotta get in there and you gotta do the job. That'd be the night. If you're gonna get naught, you gotta do it first ball.
I like, and that's the wonderful thing about Kevin Pietersen is sometimes, I mean, cricket matches are all about winning and losing, and we don't want to talk about the negative side of losing, but you've got to take it on your chin and look at it and say the next time around I'm going to fix that.
Absolutely, yeah. I've had some good times in my career. I've had some really rough times, and you know that you're going to have good times and you're going to have rough times. So if you can accept that and you can deal with it, then you just end up enjoying what you do and loving your job. And I love my job. And yeah, things aren't going fantastically well for the side at the moment. We could do with a couple of victories. I could do with some runs, but such is life. If you're going to accept and enjoy the good days, you have to accept and enjoy the bad days too.
But we know they're a wonderful bunch of guys. They're a wonderful squad, and the amount of talent there is, led by Kevin Pietersen. Of course, we were going to start this Quikr hangout session with a toss. But there's a very good reason we avoided that, because that's one thing I can tell you on record, Kevin Pietersen knows nothing about. He doesn't know how to toss.
No, I'm terrible. We won yesterday, and Ian Bishop asked me at the
happen?
toss. He said to me, so what you going to do? And I started answering a different question because I'd forgotten that we'd won the toss.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, bat or bowl, that's what you're supposed to say, but Kevin had forgotten that. He last won a toss 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's get somebody in the Hangout involved. And I think we'll give Nishta the first delivery to bowl to Kevin. Nishta, if you can hear us. Okay, she's not there at the moment. So how about then we give it to forward short leg?
Hi, KP.
Hi.
So, I had a question for you. Kedar Jadhav is one of your main domestic players.
Yep.
You guys bid a lot of money for him in the auction as well, and he's come off a stellar domestic season too. So himself and JP Duminy is currently the best international player, like in form wise. So what's the reasoning behind sending them at 4 and 5 or even lower 5 and 6 rather than say opening with Kedar or sending him up as a pinch hitter as number 3 and sending JP Duminy at number 3 or in that sense?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think when you identify roles in a team at the start of the tournament, you've got guys that are fulfilling their roles and you've got guys that aren't fulfilling their roles. Those guys are fantastic finishers. I mean, they've got us 40 to 50, close to 60 in some games in the last 4 or 5 overs. And when you've got guys who can strike the ball like that, clear the boundaries, and are seriously comfortable in their roles, then changing positions is probably not going to work. And I don't think there's been anything wrong that's been going with our batting. I mean, we've been getting some fantastic scores. And if it's not broken, you don't need to fix it. And I don't think it's broken.
Yes, I know when Kedar first came into the side, you had a nice little adjective thrown in for him because at the toss, which you of course lost, when you were talking about the changes in the team, you mentioned him coming in. You called him a rock star or something along those lines. And
yeah, he's a really, really fun guy. I mean, we've got such a good group of players on the field, a lot of talent. Off the field, just a great bunch of guys, always wanting to learn, committed to voicing their opinions. And Kedar's one of those little cheeky guys that you grow very fond of when you spend time in his company.
yeah, I think cheeky goes with KP as well. You'd like a few of those pranksters in the team, but I'm going to break from tradition. We're supposed to just get one person in to start with, but we can quickly get one more person. And Nishta, you were not with us a few moments ago, so now
Yes.
you get to throw a quick question at KP.
Hi KP, I wanted to ask you first up. I'm a huge Ross Taylor fan, and I would really like to see him play in the Indian leg of the tournament. He's already had a good knock against the very informed Bangalore. So, do we get to see Ross Taylor come in anytime soon?
Well, if I don't keep scoring runs, I'm sure you'll get another gig. Yes. But look, you can only play 4 internationals. We pick whichever side we think is best for the day. We like to give guys a run. And so, yeah, hopefully for Ross's sake and for your sake, he gets a gig at some stage. But you can only play 4 internationals, and that's the way the tournament is. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Yes, indeed. The wonderful bunch of guys they are. We just saw Ross some time ago with the little one. He's looks really at home being a dad, doesn't he?
Absolutely, yeah. The guys get on really well. We've got a lovely family, and it's fun and it's great for families to come here to India and enjoy what we can enjoy, the wonderful hospitality and the great Indian people.
Liking Delhi apart from the heat?
I love the heat. I think it's fantastic. I prefer it to the 7 degrees it was when I was training back in London before the IPL. So I'll take this any day.
Yes, yeah, I'd probably take anything against London weather at its worst, 7 degrees or yeah, I'd pick 43 over 7 anyway. But we're going to turn the heat on. It's nice and air conditioned in here. We're going to turn the heat on a little bit with a few rapid fire questions for Kevin Pietersen minus a toss.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Let's see your memory. Ooh, look at that. Where did you play your first ever one-day international? Do you remember that? Which city? Yeah, well done. You can't pick too many from there. This is a quick one, so we're going to keep the rapid fire going. We like you with the Delhi Daredevils, but where did you start with? In which city did you start at the IPL?
Bangalore.
Well done. Where did you play your first ever T20 match? Which stadium was that?
Southampton.
Didn't get that one right.
Trent Bridge.
No.
I don't know.
It was Notts versus Durham.
Okay.
Yes, Chesley Street it was.
Okay.
Right, now we'll come to something you did for the Delhi Daredevils. Your quickest century in IPL? Do you remember who it was against?
Only one, so Deccan Chargers.
Well, that's okay. Again, once again, a very candid bit, but since you mentioned that, do you remember the number of balls you finished up with? Give or take a couple. 103 is what Kevin Pietersen scored against the Deccan Chargers.
60 balls.
Close enough. We'll accept that. 64. He's forgotten about those 4 deliveries, but that was a quick enough 100. That was whirlwind stuff. All right, here's something not to do with you. Which team holds the highest score in all 3 formats of the game? Highest Test score, the highest ODI score, the highest T20 team score is all held by one team.
India.
We'll come back to that. Quick recall. Who got the first and last hat-trick in IPL history by spinners? The first IPL hat-trick by a spinner and the last one by a spinner.
The last one was that guy who got me out the other day. I don't know his name.
It's good not to know the name of the guy who gets you out.
Yeah.
Next time you're going to donk him out of the park.
Hopefully. The first one, Kumble?
No, it's a former Delhi Daredevils player. Plays for India. Leggy.
Mishra?
Yes, indeed. It was Mishra. And the latest guy is Praveen Tambe.
Tambe, that's it.
Yep, 40 plus.
That's it.
If you had to score 6 runs from 3 balls, which bowler would you not wish to face at the end of your T20 innings?
Malinga?
Fair enough. Which Bollywood star would you think would make a good cricketer?
Shah Rukh Khan.
Salman Khan?
Good answer. Who's your favorite commentator and why?
Mark Nicholas. He's just very charismatic, and his approach to commentary is sensational. He's so positive. Him and Shane Warne are outstanding.
All right. And the final one for you is, which Daredevil do you think will sell the quickest on Quikr? And remember, anything sells on Quikr like that. So which Daredevil will sell the quickest on Quikr? Not even going to ask you why.
It's hilarious. Everybody wants him in there.
Brilliant. All right. We might even probably get Quinton and Kock in this session later on. Okay, KP, to finish with, we're going to get everybody in there involved. It's going to be KP versus all of you. So look sharp, and we want to try and hear some answers from you, okay? So before we let KP go, here's a bit of fun. It's Kevin Pietersen versus the rest of you. Okay, listen carefully. So if you think you know the answer, speak up. What is the highest individual score in IPL 2013?
95?
Oh, 175 Chris Gale.
All right. KP, they beat you to that one. 175 Chris Gale. Okay, now let's go for it. How many sixes did Chris Gale hit in that innings?
12.
14.
10?
12.
16.
13.
14. I guess.
17.
Who said 17?
17.
Karthik.
17.
Yeah, somebody's
Karthik.
googling this. Never mind.
Okay.
Who is the oldest player in the Delhi Daredevils?
Me.
Come on, guys.
Mishra.
Me.
It's
Amit
Kevin.
Mishra.
Can someone beat that? Because I've just bowled KP a googly.
Is it KP himself?
Well, it should be KP himself, but there's a very good reason, Kevin, why it isn't anymore. Because you
Imran
guys have
Tahir.
just brought in someone who's older than you.
Oh,
Imran Tahir.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Okay, that one goes to me. Not you guys, not Kevin Pietersen.
Silly question.
Thanks, Kev. In what year, give or take a few, was the first international cricket match held? First ever international cricket.
1971.
1877. 1877.
1883.
Anyone gets closer?
1877.
Yeah, you're talking test cricket. I'm talking international. Doesn't have to be test match. KP speaking. All right, no one gets
1721.
one. It's 1844. It's 1844. Any wild guesses which 2 countries played that match?
USA, Canada.
Alright, you're probably watching it.
USA and Canada?
So what a wonderful character he is. He makes the host feel at home. He talks about himself. He's derogatory about things like that. That's why we love Kevin Pietersen to bits.
Not.
1844? Any guesses who could have been playing that game?
India.
USA and Canada?
US, Canada.
US, Canada.
USA and Canada.
Canada.
What kind of people have we got in this hangout? People who answer the right questions, obviously. It was USA and Canada. Can you believe that? First ever international cricket match.
Wow.
St. George's Club in the USA,
Canada.
1844.
Wow.
Okay, we'll try and keep it simpler than that. Who in the history of IPL has the best strike rate? We know he won't be too far away, KP himself,
Sunil
but who
Narine.
has the best
Chris
strike
Gale.
rate in the history of...
Bowling or batting?
I think this is the Pakistani all-rounder.
Bowling is-
Pakistani bowler. I forget his name.
Sohail Tanvir.
Batting strike
No,
rate.
Azad Mahmood.
Batting.
Batting strike rate.
I think there's a
Batting Chris Gale.
Azad Mahmood.
Batting
Pakistani fast
career
bowler.
strike rate in the
Virender
IPL. There's
Sehwag.
been
Virender
McCullum.
Sehwag.
David Warner.
No.
Virender
Anyone
Sehwag.
else? I'll give you one more chance.
Virender Sehwag.
Virender Sehwag. No,
Okay,
this is a
is-
quicker quiz.
is-
No one thought of the
is
obvious
Pakistan a
answer.
good answer?
Glenn Maxwell.
Kevin Pietersen.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I know. We wish it could have been.
He's only played 7 games.
He's only plays a few games, and we'll try and get. Yes, it's 189.28.
Wow.
Glenn Maxwell, but I'm sure it's going to come down there. Only 4 players, by the way, over 150. 3 out of 4 play for that particular franchise we won't talk about. A little north of the Delhi Daredevils. Best economy rate in IPL history.
Anil
Sunil
Kumble.
Narine. Sunil Narine.
All right.
Yeah, he agrees, so he knows the answer, so that we call a draw. 2 more to go. How many teams participated in IPL 2013?
9.
Nine.
Nice.
9.
1.5 milliseconds earlier to them, but we'll give it to you. We'll call that one a draw as well. And the final one, a former Daredevil, unfortunately, has the unenviable record of scoring the most ducks in IPL history. Former Daredevil.
Virender Sehwag.
Ajit Agarwal.
Sehwag?
Sehwag?
They think it's Sehwag. You
Gambia.
think it's Sehwag.
Gambia.
Yeah. I thought you were looking at me and trying to get a bit of a hint for the first name.
Gautam Gambhir.
It is.
It's your name.
It's my namesake. It's my namesake, and I hope he's not watching this because he won't like me for bringing this up. Unfortunately, yes, 10 ducks for Gautam Gambhir, but lots and lots of runs as well. But that brings us to the end of rapid fire. The score at the end of the rapid fire is 5 for Kevin Pietersen, 5 for all of you out there. We call that one a draw. We don't have draws in T20 cricket. We have ties,
Super
but we
over.
don't have time for a super over, unfortunately. But on that note, I think it's time to say a huge thank you to Kevin Pietersen. We normally talk about net practice for batting and bowling. He's going for a net to try and win more tosses. Kevin, thank you.
There's only one Gotham.
Thank you for being extremely sporting. And a final message to all these guys out there from the skipper of the Delhi Daredevils.
Thanks for coming, guys. We're doing everything we can to turn things around. So just be patient with us. We're a young side, but we're molding together quite nicely, and we're doing everything we can. We know that we're disappointing some, but stick with us. We'll turn
Good
it
luck,
around.
KP.
Thanks, Kev. All the best.
We know for a fact that you're not disappointing any one of us. We're looking forward to more of the entertainment and, of course, lots and lots and lots of fun. So you can just sneak out from the back. That's fine. It's live. That's how it works. And we've got...
Bye.
Never wants to see my face ever again. Just the next table. So guys, don't worry. We've got more of the Daredevils joining us, and you can just walk in there. And we've got a bit of a batting order here. So right next to me, unfortunately, the guy who's drawn the short straw. We've got Wayne Parnell sneaking in right next to me. That was for that wonderful spell of bowling the other day. Right next to him, Mayank Agarwal, who specially requested to be as far away from me as possible, but unfortunately he's 2 seats away. Mayank, welcome. And on the other side, you're going to be joined by a few more members of the Daredevils, Jayadev, Unadkat, Eric Simmons, and Quinton de Kock. Strangely enough, he hasn't yet been sold on Quikr, even though Kevin Pietersen tried very hard to try and hard sell him. He's still there with us. By the end of the session, we probably will lose Quinton de Kock. And we'll find out from him why his skipper thinks he can be sold that easily on Quikr. Well, we're going to have a bit of fun and games with these guys as well. We're going to have a rapid fire, just like we promised you. But we're going to start by getting some of you who haven't yet asked a question to see if you want to throw a question at some of our guys who've all got mics in front of them. So firstly, let me say a quick welcome. Welcome, Wayne. Good spell the other night.
Yeah, thanks. Obviously nice to do well personally, but very disappointed, losing the match.
But we know all those victories are going to come. Mayank, you started the season well. It's always good to be part of a squad. Can't get into every single 11, but looking forward to the chance every time you get it.
Yeah, definitely. It depends on the team combination as well, and what the team requires. So you kind of get a chance according to that.
Yes, I think his mind needs to improve his eyesight as well because he keeps wanting to steal my specs. So maybe at some point in time, I'll put them on Quikr. One of you can buy it and then sell it back to Mayank if it's possible because he likes to get things for free, but that's not allowed in this session. Jayadev, Unadkat, the other end, if you want to just look into your camera, and we welcome you as well. Finally, we get a left armour from India to compete against the left armour from from South Africa, Wayne Parnell. You guys ever match speeds against each other?
No, he's too quick for me. But yeah, it's good to be bowling and bowling besides him in the nets. Can learn a lot.
Eric, right there in the center, is Jayadev just being a little bit modest, or can he match Parnell kilometer for kilometer?
He's always modest, but they're both up there. They both can scare the batsman when they need to. But his speciality is when he rolls his wrists over them on the slower Indian wickets.
And of course, to try and bring this whole thing nicely into perspective here, we've got the bowling department. We've had KP a few minutes ago, and we'll finish off with Quinton de Kock. Quinton, somehow they seem to be picking on you for every little thing, but KP left and said that you could be the one who would be sold easiest on Quikr. Why would he say that? Not just because you're the youngest.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think KP enjoys teasing me. One of the youngest players in the team, so I think he dislikes making fun of me. And yeah, but I'm not too sure why I'll be the quickest to be sold on Quikr.
All right, we'll probably by the time the session is over, we'll try and get a few quick replies on that one. So guys out there, we don't want to make you feel left out. Who hasn't asked a question? Who wants to go first to throw a question to one of these wonderful Delhi Daredevils? Vinay, I think you just popped up in there.
Yeah. So can I ask?
Please do.
Sure. The question is to Wayne Parnell. Playing in IPL and experiencing the different pitches here, slowness of the pitch. How would it help you when you come back here as a South African player?
I've actually been asked this question on a number of times, but yeah, I mean, just local experience from the local guys obviously helps me coming back here season after season, and then also experience that I pick up during this IPL. When I tour here with South Africa to use that information that I've learned during the IPL to hopefully do well against India.
Thank you.
All right, who's next? Let's try and get someone who hasn't answered asked a question. Yes, Abhinandan, there you go.
Hey, my question is for the Kock. Hi, how different is it facing Indian bowling in South Africa versus global attack in India in IPL?
Sorry, I can't hear you there. I just think it's just the differences in the pitches. As you know, here in India, wickets are a lot slower, lower, and then back home there's a lot more bounce, and it comes onto the bat much better. So I think that's just the only difference.
All right, one more. Let's get one more question in.
Yeah. Can I? Karthik?
Karthik, go ahead.
Yeah. So the question is, just now we've seen KP who's been there, and he is somebody who's pioneered the switch hit. Now the question is I think to most people there as in the panel, Andre Russell as a bowler stopping and starting versus a batsman playing the switch hit. Which of these is a lesser crime?
Great question.
Go on, Eric, you picked it up.
I don't know if you know that it's actually been outlawed, for want of a better word. Have we discussed that? Yeah, we actually went to the last game, and I went to the umpires to ask them how they would handle it, and it would be no ball if he did it again, and if he did more than that, he would be warned. So it has been outlawed, but I think it's a good question. I mean, I'm the bowling coach, so I'm quite keen for the bowlers to have any ammunition that they can have. But I suppose it's in a sense, which is the greater evil? It's difficult to say, really, but why not? Why not allow him to do it? I don't know. It's probably an interesting question to ask.
Well, I'm going to throw it at the gentleman who's sitting next to me. Wayne, you probably had a look at what good Andre did. Former Delhi Daredevil. He never did that for the Daredevils. I think you guys would regret that. What would you have done if you were asked to just go and put the batsman off while you were bowling?
Well, firstly, I don't think I'll be able to do that because it would probably affect me more than it would the batter. But yeah, I mean, obviously in this game of T20, any little advantage that you can get as a bowler helps you. If you want to do that, fair enough. I know some guys used to run in and look to cover, and then run in and then bowl. So if you can, try and bamboozle the batter, hopefully it works to your advantage.
Yeah,
I think Watson got him out as well and gave him a nice stare.
Yes, we've seen bowlers flapping their arms. So let's get the batting perspective, Mayank. Let's get it from you. I mean, Wayne had made a good point saying that he'd probably be distracted with his own bowling if he tried to mess around there. What if you had seen Andre Russell coming in there? Would you have walked away like Shane Watson did? Would you have objected? Or would you have said, okay, it's part of T20 cricket, let's have some fun?
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't mind something like that because as a batsman, then I'm thinking if he has to get down doing that, then I'm definitely on top of him, and I have an advantage over him. I wouldn't actually mind it, but yeah, depends personal fact.
Yes, I know Andre Russell has a few very interesting dance steps as well, so I don't think there are too many people in the world who could actually achieve that, but Andre managed to do that.
I think it's wrong. I think personally it's wrong to call it bad sportsmanship, and I think that's the way they've couched it by saying that they're actually gonna warn him. I mean, I forget to ask the question, but what is the difference between a batsman moving around in the crease? Let's make him stand still and let us bowl the ball, and then he can play his shots. There's nothing different. So I understand they've made a decision, but to actually term it unsportsmanlike is maybe something that's worth debating.
Yes, absolutely. I think good answer there from Eric. I think we nicely got the batting and the bowling perspective. Kartik, you don't know what you started over here. I think it's only the beginning. Let's get one more quick question in. That's what you're trying to keep the theme going here. Nishtha, you've got your hand up?
Yes.
So does Nivedit. So we'll give Nivedit a chance because Nishtha, you had a little one-on-one session with KP earlier.
Hi Gautam. Hi team. So my question is a general question. So basically, is there an emotional connect while playing against your home team or maybe your previous IPL team? How do you come over that? So that is my question.
Is there an emotional connect when you're playing against your home team or maybe against a previous team? Anyone's had that experience before and how you felt?
Yeah, I mean, personally for me playing against my fellow South African guys, that's obviously one aspect, but once you cross the line, you're a professional cricketer, and you know there to do well and to win. So I think it was shown the other night in the RCB Sunrisers game, yeah, where on the field they were doing battle, and after the match they were buddies again. So on the field, no mates, with the field buddies.
Quinton, let me throw that one at you. If you had someone like Wayne Parnell saying a few things to you after he'd bowled you a bouncer and you played against each other, would you sort of figuratively kiss and make up after the game, but on the field it would be enemies?
Yeah, as professional cricket players, this is how we go. This is how we do our business on the field. We're out there to win. And then when it comes off the field, obviously we become buddies again, go for a drink together. But then when it's on the field, it's different.
All right, I'm going to get ready for a bit of rapid fire with these guys, but while we've got another few seconds, I'm going to throw a quick one at all of you out there, and let's see who from the panel can get this the fastest. Somebody sitting on this panel here, I mean, they're all nice and slim and trim, not quite as slim as me, hardly notice me sideways, but all nice and slim and trim. But one of them, when he was a kid and started playing, used to be nicknamed Chubby, because he wasn't as slim and trim he was. Can you guess which one on this panel was that?
Wayne Parnell.
Okay, Wayne's put his hand up, but he put his hand up so everybody, he knows the answer. Shh. Don't say it yet, don't say it yet. Go on, guys.
Quinton?
Mayank Agarwal.
Mayank, were you ever Tubby? He wasn't Tubby ever. Nishtha, I think, had the answer. I think she was working it out by the fact that Wayne Parnell put his hand up. Who would he know the best about other than Quinton himself?
Quinton
Now called Quinny, but he went through a phase. Am I right? That you were called Tubby? Was it just about the flab, or was it Tubby Taylor involved?
Nah, I don't know where you heard that. I was Tubby, but I wasn't called Tubby. That's. But I did have a couple of kgs on me now, back in the days.
Just a couple of kgs back in the day, like he's about 35 now. There's Quinton de Kock. All right, let's get Quinton first as the youngest member here. Bit of a rapid fire, Quinton. So if you're ready for it, here we go. Testing your memory as well. At which ground did you play your first ODI match?
My first ODI. New Zealand in Bullen Park.
It was. Well done. Which team did you start the IPL with? Good to have you with the Daredevils.
Sunrisers.
Simple one, yeah.
Sunrisers.
Where did you play your first ever T20 match? At which precious cricket ground?
Durban.
Nope. I gave you a hint. Precious cricket ground.
My first ever 2020 match.
Yeah.
For Proteas. Durban.
No, not international.
Oh. Yeah, then it must be at Wanderers.
Not the Wanderers.
I don't know.
I tried to give him a hint. It's Kimberley.
Kimberley.
Kimberley, yes indeed. It's and the reason why I'm calling it precious, of course, that's where all the diamonds come from.
Diamond.
For some reason you forgot that. Which team holds the record for the highest team score in all formats of the game? Highest test score, highest
Sri Lanka.
score, and highest T20 score. Now I'm not going to give the answer away because everybody else gets to answer this as well.
I think test matches is Sri Lanka. South Africa for 1 day. T20, I think also Sri Lanka.
Alright, I'm going to change the rules slightly. These particular questions, I'm going to get everybody involved here as well. So if anyone can answer for these common questions. Jayadev, go for it.
Same one?
Yeah, same question.
Sri Lanka for test. I think Sri Lanka for all the formats.
Mayank?
I'll go with Jay. Sri Lanka for the...
Oh, I like the solidarity there. When are you going to...
Sit on the fence and just go with the
Oh, he's going to sit on the fence. It can be very painful at times. Careful about these fences. Eric, you're going to plump for one of the boys?
No, I think it is Sri Lanka. I think Sri Lanka's got them all three.
Yeah, he has. So Eric's the right one. Ask the bowling coach and he'll get the numbers right for you, especially when you know that the bowlers have been put to the sword in all those three occasions. It is Sri Lanka every single time. Yes, indeed. Big scores they were. 952, 443 and 260. I can see all those statisticians in there nodding furiously. They knew the answer. All right. Next one. First and last hat-trick by a spinner in IPL history.
Ahmed Mishra.
Well done. And the last one? Who wants to jump in? Come on.
Tamba.
Well done, Quinton. You got them both right. None of these guys got in there. Amit Mishra, yes, indeed, when he was playing for...
Sunrisers.
No, he was not.
Delhi.
Delhi.
Yeah, when he was playing for the Daredevils. When Amit Mishra was with the Daredevils, the first ever hat-trick by a spinner. Technically the second ever by any bowler. Who were the first guys in there?
Lakshmipati Balaji.
Well done. Oh, we've got some statisticians in here as well. Was that Jayadev? Yeah, you have to speak for the Fast Bowlers Club, don't you? Just because I
do, yes.
He makes me be left out, yeah. Balaji the first one, then came Mishi, and Mishi of course picked up two more as well. Alright, if you had to score, and this one's one at a time, Quinton, will start with you. If you had to score 6 runs from 3 balls in a T20 game, which bowler would you not want to face?
Narayan.
Mayank?
Malinga.
Parnell? Wayne?
myself.
That's a good one. Jayadev, we're going to probably turn that around for you because I've seen you bat, but you'd rather bowl. So, which batsman, if you had to defend 6 runs and 3 balls, which is the one batsman you wouldn't want out there?
MS.
Of all?
MSD, yes.
Right, at the death of the innings. We haven't seen the best of him this season, yes, but I guess he can be destructive. Eric, how would you go on this one? As a bowling coach, if you had to advise somebody about sitting on the sideline there with 1 over to go,
so
which batsman would you be most worried about?
Yeah, I think MS because you can hit the ball in many different places. I think that's what makes it the most makes him the most difficult to bowl against.
All right, the next one, and I'm going to start this with Wayne. Which Bollywood star do you think would make the best cricketer?
Shah Rukh Khan. Probably be the best fielder.
Why?
He looks very athletic.
He looks very athletic, best fielder. I can see a few smiles out there in a hangout. Some seem to agree. Mayank?
Probably Salman Khan.
All right, that's what KP said. Jayadev?
I feel Akshay Kumar. He's already a black belt.
Camera guys, I know
I think Akshay Kumar it is.
Akshay Kumar, Salman Khan, Shah Rukh Khan. Eric, you going to get a different one in for us?
Rajinikanth.
Oh, good one.
Didn't
Come on, we need a round of applause for that one from everybody in there. That's brilliant.
Didn't he once hit 24 off one ball?
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, it just redefines that.
He split the ball in 4 and then hit them for 6 or something.
That's going to be the quotable quote of this entire hangout. That's the quickest and the best answer we've had here. Well done, Eric Simons. No wonder the bowling's in such good hands in the Delhi Daredevils. Quinton, you've got a hard one to top, but try and top that one from Eric.
Yeah, I think he took the cake. I'm just gonna have to go with Shah Rukh Khan. He's always there at the game, so I think he's just keen to go into the field. So I'm gonna have to.
Boring.
Oh well.
I was hoping somebody in here, Nishta, and you can help me out here. Somebody was going to go with an actress and not everyone think of only the actors.
Preeti Zinta.
Priyanka Chopra.
Yeah, now he says Priyanka Chopra.
Actually, Shilpa Shetty.
Yeah, Shilpa Shetty.
Is that a Shilpa?
Yeah, Shipla's fine, but she wouldn't mind one way or the other. Jeffrey Boycott wouldn't have liked that too much, but yeah. Shilpa Shetty, Priyanka Chopra. I don't think anyone wants to mention Preeti Zinta at the moment because I think her team's doing a little too well for anyone's liking. She's having a few too many celebrations. Guys in there, anyone? Bollywood star?
Preeti Zinta.
Let's pick it up.
I think Hrithik Roshan would do well.
Once Eric said Rajinikanth, we just can't beat anybody.
I think we let that question just rest with Eric Simons. That was a brilliant answer. Favorite commentator? Quinton, we'll start with you.
I'm just gonna have to go with Danny Morrison.
All right, Eric, are you going to have something as innovative as Rajinikanth?
I don't like commentators.
Commentators at all.
Ian Bishop.
All right, Big Bish, fast bowling club captain there. Jayadev Unadkat. Jayadev?
Tony Gregg.
The late Tony Gregg, certainly a favorite with so many of us here. Mayank?
Navjot Singh Sidhu. Because I think he can make us all laugh.
Yes, he certainly can. What's your favorite Sidhuism? Too many to mention. Look at this. You're getting helped out by your teammates here. I'm trying to put these guys on the spot and they're trying to run away here. Wayne?
I don't think I have a favorite, but I enjoy listening to the Aussies.
Enjoys listening to the Aussies, says the South African. Pick one. Got a few decent commentators from your part of the world as well.
We do, yes. I like Pommy's insight as well, Pommy Mbangwa. But I think my favorite one, because he's very excited, Mark Nicholas.
Yep, that's exactly who KP left us with. What about you guys out there? Are you conservative about your commentators?
We just like the funny ones. I mean, they summarized Danny and Tony Gregg and
not to forget Harsha Bogle.
Yes.
Yep.
And Sidhu.
Sometimes you know that as well, right?
Who haven't we heard from yet? I mean, Ravish, I believe we haven't heard from you yet. You've been a little bit quiet. So why don't you jump in here and tell us about your favorite commentator and why?
It's the soul of IPL, I think. Ravi Shastri, who starts every game. Whenever the first game he starts. So he's he's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Soul of the IPL as in SOLE or SOUL? You asked him, he'd probably say the former, but yeah, I guess we were looking the other way as well.
Okay.
Rish, since we've kept you left out for so long, you want to throw a question at one of the Daredevils?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Jayadev actually. He has been, he has been in 3 different teams. So how does he, look at, like playing against these teams, and also how does he look at his future in Delhi Daredevils?
Well, as Pani mentioned earlier, that I think professionalism comes into all of us when we are playing this format of the game, especially the Indian Premier League. And you tend to gel with the players and whatever team franchise you have been picked up by, and that's the only way that you can perform well for your team and for yourself as well. I have had quite good memories with both my former teams, with KKR and with RCB as well. I have had a couple of good performances there, which I can cherish forever in my career. But having said that, I would say I am really having a very good time in the Delhi Daredevils. We have a very good support staff to boost us, to encourage us at those crucial moments, and we have got a very good bunch of players. You know, we are enjoying with each other, and I am really looking forward to have a beautiful outing in the DD for the upcoming seasons, and create some good memories as I did for my former franchises.
Jayadev, a serious question I'm going to add to that. You proper hardcore vegetarian?
I am, yes. No
How do you
eggs.
survive in KKR? Because I'm from Kolkata and I know we love our food, and vegetarian food is not legal in that part of the world. So how do you survive there?
I mean, you can serve in any part of the world at present, given you have a lot of options for vegetarian food. I mean, I had no problems in Dubai, so I can't have any problems in any part of India.
And when you have if you and Pani were bowling in tandem, he's a carnivore and you're the other end of the spectrum. How does that work?
Actually, I'm a carnivore.
You are. That's a carnivore. That's the second goal of the evening there. But quite a contrast from seeing the vegetarians and the meat-eating part of South Africa. And I've been to a restaurant called Carnivore in Johannesburg, and we wouldn't even talk about the menu there. But it's different, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, firstly, obviously coming to the IPL, you have lots of different cultures. So just being exposed to that is obviously something very special, and that's one of the things that makes the IPL very unique.
Eric, you had to prescribe a diet for your fast bowling unit. Would you lean more towards Jayadev's diet or towards Wayne Parnell's diet? Something in between.
Raw meat. I think something in between. It's actually, I think diet's crucial, obviously, and I think Wayne's answer was quite right. And I think one of the great lessons and learnings for us is how you can eat vegetarian and still have the right proteins and right balance of diet. So that's been one of the things that we've certainly learned coming to India and being in the culture and understanding it. I mean, we don't eat much vegetarian in South Africa, but the vegetarian food here is so delicious. I could quite easily survive on it.
Okay, has anyone not actually got in at all? Have I left anybody out completely? We've heard from Aditya, we've heard from Nishta. Abhinandan definitely has got a say in as well. Okay, Sharat.
Yeah.
Let's have a question from you. Maybe one about diet, food. You a vegetarian as well?
Who, me? No, not at all.
Oh, that's fine. Then you go ahead and ask any question you want to about food.
Yeah, sure. My question is to Quinton D. Kock.
Go ahead.
Hi, Quinton. This is Sharat here from Chennai. When it comes to IPL, you have played in Dubai and Chennai. And which venue or ground you liked it the most and why?
I'm gonna have to go with Dubai. It's just a nice place to play cricket, even though it is quite hot. But it's still a nice place. The stadium, got a good pitcher, good outfield, good change room. Not saying Chennai doesn't have that. I'm just saying, I prefer Dubai. I enjoy it there.
Super.
You just broke the poor guy's heart, Quinton. I mean, here he was wanting to appreciate the 42 degrees and the 99% humidity and all the wonderful hospitality Chennai puts on every time you go there. Lovely weather from that part of the world, and I think there's more than one person from Chennai in this hangout, so I guess I wouldn't be allowed into that city again. But good one, Sarath, anyway. Okay, now let's get, thanks to that wonderful Rajnikant answer, I think our next victim for a rapid fire is going to be Eric, and we've got a few interesting ones from you. It involves your teammates. It's another quicker quiz coming Eric's way. So if you're ready, Eric, you've got a hard act to follow with that Rajnikant one. So here we go. We already asked KP this question. We're going to ask you that. Who do you think will sell the quickest on Quikr among the Daredevils, and why?
Why wouldn't KP? And why?
Yeah, who would sell the quickest on Quikr among the Daredevils?
I think people are fascinated by him. I think that there's a lot of different sort of views out there about who he is and what he is, and people would like to know.
Yeah, well, KP tried to sell Quinton, and now it's the bowling coach who wants to get rid of KP. All right, the quickest to lose his temper in the team.
Quinton.
The quickest between the wickets.
DK.
Quickest to play a prank.
Parnell.
I knew that. I was already looking at him because for some reason I seem to have asked the question before somewhere, and I always get that answer. Quickest to get on the team bus.
The coach. Gary.
Quickest to pad up if the batting order was a free-for-all.
Mayank.
All right. The quickest to clean his plate at the lunch table.
Ross Taylor. Easy. And if you clean your plate too.
Ross, if you're watching or listening. And the quickest to complete a playlist on his iPod. Who's the DJ in the team?
There's probably a toss-up, I reckon, between Wayne and Siddharth.
All right, so since Wayne is with us, and that's the end of your session, Eric. Well done, 9 out of 10 for you there. I just made up that number. I don't know why I gave you 9 out of 10, but you got 20 out of 10 for Rajnikant, so it doesn't really matter what you scored on this one. Wayne, what would you put first up on your iPod? Just imagine you had to put a playlist and you have to play it in the dressing room before a game.
Pani, pani, pani.
Oh, we love it. One more time. Come on. One more time.
Pani, pani, pani.
Please notice it's Parni, Parni, Parni. It's not the real song. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We got them to sing right here. Now, all of you out there, we're going to get one more quick question before we have the final showdown between the Daredevils and all of you. So let's get one quick question in there, and then we'll finish off with... oh, Nishta, this time. I've got to go to you. Actually, we get two quick ones in. Who else put up his hand there? Yeah, I think it was Aditya as well. Okay. Nishta, Aditya, quick one each.
Okay, this question is for Eric and Quinton.
Good combination.
We've kind of seen a lot of teams in the IPL have a lot of class wicketkeeper batsmen from abroad. Quinton, you're one. We've got McCallum and AB de Villiers. Yet we don't see them, behind the stumps as often as we see them in the role of batsmen. Is there something behind this? What is this trend all about?
Because normally when if you have a team with 2 or 3 keepers, only one player can keep, so the rest of us have to take to the field. So it's not like we can stop during the game and stuff.
So do we get to see you behind the stumps in this IPL by any chance?
Will we get to see him behind the stumps in this IPL? I think there's a pecking order there. It's the person who speaks the most gets to be behind the stumps. Is that right?
I think from a serious perspective as well, I think keeping in different countries and conditions is different. So if you've got someone that's used to keeping in India on wickets that are turning in different ways, bouncing in different ways, then you'd rather go that route. If we go to South Africa, then Quinton probably keep because he knows those conditions better. What a good question. I think quite an insightful question, to be honest.
But I'm going to throw a follow-up question to that, Quinton. Do you ever feel, if you're used to keeping quite a lot and you're in the field, you ever suddenly feel the lack of your gloves when you're about to go and pick up a ball, especially when you're a regular keeper?
Yeah, definitely, all the time. Especially when I'm taking catches. Normally the ball doesn't hurt, but my first couple of catches, my hands just start swelling up for the whole day. So I have to ice them after the game and stuff. So it's actually quite sore when I'm not using the gloves.
All right, so not that dumb a question for me. Okay, one to finish with before our showdown finally. Aditya.
Hi Eric, this question is for you. So death bowling
is Mr. Popular in this hangout.
As I mentioned, Rajnikant.
Go on.
Sorry, Aditya.
So so death bowling is a very, is a very contentious issue. It is very important for teams to keep the runs down in the final five. So, what sort of tactics do you guys plan out? Do they change as per team and as per the batsman, or do you have a specific plan and you target that like bowling wide yorkers or slow balls, or how does that work? And also, as a follow-up to that, most of the teams which have been successful of late have a very good home record. Like you look at the Mumbai Indians, you look at the Sunrisers, or you look at Rajasthan Royals. They win a lot of their matches at home. Like they have a very good record. So Delhi Daredevils, unfortunately, hasn't been able to get that home record going. So are you taking any steps to ensure to win more games at home, which will help the team get to the playoffs?
Well, the first question was about how we build tactics. Is that right? Is that
Yeah, in the death overs. In the death overs.
In the death overs, there's always a conversation. You know, we do a lot of analysis. We have footage. You obviously see in the dugout there's someone always sitting with a computer. So we do a lot of analysis of the opposition to understand what they're about. But you also have to have a conversation around what is the bowler best comfortable at bowling. You can't try and make a bowler perform a tactic which he's not comfortable with. So it's a toss-up between what's the best tactic for the batsman and what's the best tactic for the bowler. They might not always suit each other, and then we'll generally try and go for the tactic that suits the bowler, and then set a field accordingly. So you build a tactic. But I think the game moves. You'll see this year, for example, a lot of people are going for wide yorkers, trying to get it out of the power area of the batsman. So you look at the way the game's going, the way the batsmen are hitting the ball, and you build something up from that perspective. I think the IPL is about winning your home games. It's about building what we call that fortress at home, and it has been unfortunate that we haven't been successful. We want to win a game anywhere at this stage, to be honest, because obviously we're very disappointed. But also, and it's no excuse, but having gone across we're a very new team. Obviously, we didn't retain anybody last year. We did buy a few players, but the first few games were in Dubai, so we still went to the home ground. When we played our first game, it was a new venue for everybody. So we haven't really built up that fortress sort of mentality around Delhi yet. But hopefully, in time, Pershore Kotla will become, that fortress that it needs to become, because you must win your home games to be successful.
All right, thank you, Eric.
All right, even though Aditya flouted the rules of what was supposed to be a quicker hangout and ask a quick question, you asked the longest question of the session, so we'll penalize you for that someday. I'll have to figure out how. Remove you from forward short leg for a start. It's his Twitter handle, by the way, gentlemen, forward short leg, and he's very active on Twitter, trust me. All right, here comes the showdown to end our session as we promised. This is another rapid-fire, quicker set of questions, and we know Eric Simons has been leading the way here, so it's going to be this team, the Delhi Daredevils, against the away team at the moment. That's all of you put together. So anyone hears the question, if you can get it, remember with KP versus you, it was 5-all, so this time the Daredevils are going to try and put one better. Okay, here we go. Whoever knows the question, this side or that side, can answer it. A little bit about history of cricket. First Test match started in 1877. It was England and Australia who played. Then, of course, 1882 came the Ashes. Who was the third Test playing nation in 1889?
South Africa.
New Zealand. New Zealand.
West Indies.
South Africa.
Anyone this side?
We have got almost all the nations.
Yeah. I know who I heard first. What are you going to go with? Go on, Wayne.
Yeah.
I was trying to give you a hint. I was trying to prod you on to that. Never mind. They didn't want that one. Yes, indeed. I heard the answer third, but it finally came. But I'm not going to accept it from either side because it came far too late. Your boys, South Africa.
I told it before.
They took a break and then they came back and all that sort of thing. India had to wait a bit of a while. Okay. Here's an interesting one. We asked AP earlier who has the highest strike rate in IPL history, highest career strike rate, and we know it's Glenn Maxwell. He's played a few less games. So there's Maxwell in the list. There's also Virender Sehwag. There's also Chris Gale. So 4 batsmen have a strike rate over 150. But there's one batsman who comes in next. The first one outside 150 who's not a batsman. The
Bra-
highest non-batting
Harbhajan
career
Singh.
strike rate in
Harbhajan
IPL
Singh.
history.
Brandon Mokkalam.
Pakistani
Harbhajan
bowler, I
Singh.
forget his name, played for KKR.
You're obsessed with bowlers. I'm talking about batting strike rate.
Harbhajan
Harbhajan Singh.
All right. Yes, Darren Sammy is not a bad guess, but I think he's still building up his strike rate. That's a good answer there. I heard it there. It's 1-0 to the Hangout folks. It is Harbhajan Singh who's got a batting strike rate of just under 150, even though his average is 15. But it doesn't matter. Whenever he comes in there, he bashes it about. Still to get an IPL 50, 49 is highest score. I was going to give...
Batsman, he got 2 Test hundreds.
Yeah, well, I was going to give that as a hint, but I meant officially as a batsman. Did I put you off, Eric? I'm sorry.
No.
He would have got that had I not said that. Silly me. Bowling coach thinks of all his bowlers as batsmen, potential batsmen as well.
Listening, Wayne.
Yeah, and I'm sitting next to one.
Jayadev.
I'm not sure if... A, I'm never going to get to Chennai, and B, I'm never going to get out of this room alive. Okay, here we go. We know the... I asked a bit of a trick one. The oldest player in the Daredevils. I'm going to throw it again. I asked it earlier, so we know the answer by now. I tricked you. Yeah, oldest Daredevil.
Player.
Yep.
KP. Assume KP.
It's not KP.
Ross.
It's a trick question. Somebody older has just come into the team.
Imran Tahir.
Yes, it's Imran Tahir. But the question is, these guys already know that. The question is a follow-up question. Tahir at 1, Kevin Pietersen at 2. Who's the third oldest player who's just had a birthday from the Daredevils?
JP Dubney.
That was a little while ago. JP was just before the IPL.
Lakshminathan Shukla.
They got it before them, so it's 1-1. Lakshminathan Shukla just turned the ripe old age of 33 on the 6th of May. Well done, guys. Just about all that cake on the face and they forgot about it. Okay. Look sharp. Who scored the highest number of runs in IPL history?
Suresh Raina.
Suresh Raina.
Mayank Agarwal. 2-1. Come on, where are you guys? It's not the delay, trust me. It's Suresh Raina, just got past 3,000. The inevitable question. Most number of wickets in IPL history?
Malinga.
Lasith Malinga.
Malinga.
Almost level. Nearly spoiled it there. It's Lasith Malinga, 114. Who's next in line, by the way? Okay.
Amit Mishra, 99.
Is on the verge of only becoming the second
Amit
player
Mishra.
in IPL history
Amit
to
Mishra.
get to 100 wickets. At the
Amit
moment, there's
Mishra,
only one, Rashid
99.
Malinga.
Amit Mishra,
Amit
99.
Mishra, 99.
Amit Mishra on 99. Well done, home short leg. Looks like we're at 2-2 there. Rapidly to finish with. I think we're almost out of town. Almost out of town. Did I just say that? Almost out of time. And out of town at this rate. Most number of 4s ever hit in IPL history. 4s, not
Gautam
6s.
Gambhir.
Sehwag.
Well
Gautam
done.
Gambhir.
3-2 for the Daredevils. Virendra Sehwag with 284. What's the minimum number of balls that constitutes a legal T20 game? The minimum number of balls that constitutes
60.
a legal T20 game.
240.
30.
240.
72.
60.
Why 72, by the way, to finish off with?
I think
So,
6 over game, duck
Oh,
doing.
Tactics will give me a convoluted explanation now. Go ahead. To finish with?
I'm just saying that for a Duckworth Louis situation,
Yeah.
6 overs is a so
Same.
6 overs into so it's 144. I'm sorry. Yeah, 72. 36 into plus 36. No, 36 plus 36.
So what is it?
No, I think 60. Yeah, you had it right. It's 60.
5 overs, no?
5 overs. 5 overs.
5 overs per
5
team.
over match, you got a basic minimum, 5 overs a side, 5 sixes are 30 into 2, 60. Simple, I heard it first in 5 seconds flat from Eric Simmons, and that means the Delhi Daredevils by a score of 4-3 win this particular hangout.
Do we get any points for that?
And win the Quikr quiz, and they can carry the points forward into the points table as well. I wish they could, but we certainly want to end by wishing the Delhi Daredevils all the best by thanking them for being a wonderfully sporting bunch, congratulating Eric Simmons on the Rajnikant answer, and keeping everybody in splits. Thank you, Wayne Parnell. Thank you, Mayank Agarwal. Thank you, Jayadev. Unadkat. Thank you, Quinton de Kock. And thank you, Eric, once again. And to all of you joining us in the Hangout. So I haven't forgotten anyone. Vinay, Sarat, Aditya, Nishta, Nivedit, Kartik, Abhinandan, and Krish. You've been a wonderful audience. And on behalf of Quikr, and the Delhi Daredevils. This is the quickest way to sign off.
Thank you.
Thank you. All the best. All the best, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All the best. Do well.
Cheers, Mayank. Back.
Bye.
All the best.